Hi, would you love to know how you can improve the way you communicate and connect with the people around you? Whether it's your kids or your spouse, family and friends, or maybe at work. Would you love to be better understood by your boss, your colleagues, your coworkers, and understand them better? Or your neighbors, for example? If that's the case, then feel free to stay tuned for today's topic. Hi, my name is Monique Aipassa, and I'm founder and owner of Balance Your Energy by VitalTouch.com. And I specialize in helping you, especially 40-plus busy moms, who truly long to have more me time and truly feel good about that. I help you to become more aware of your own energy system and how you can use your own energy in such a way that is in harmony with what truly matters to you the most, what makes you come alive, so you feel more empowered, have more energy and stamina throughout the day, so you can move through your everyday life with more ease, grace, and flow. Now for today's topic, I would love to ask you a question. Do you know what your learning style is? Now, you might ask yourself, what does that have to do with me communicating and connecting better with the people that I love? Well, I'm about to share that with you in a minute. First, I like to tell you that I felt inspired to doing this video because of this man, Michael Losier. He's the author of the best-selling book Law of Attraction. And this is the Dutch version, De Wet van de Aantrekkingskracht. And he's also the author of another best-selling book, Law of Connection. Now, in that other book, and hopefully I will have the hard copy of that book very soon myself, but in that other book, he describes the 4 different ways that people tend to receive and then absorb, digest, and process information. And he uses those techniques from NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. And if you study that and practice those ideas, then you really can improve the way you communicate with others, and so you can be better understood and you can understand them better and have that more deeper, intimate connection with them. So, would you love to know those 4 different learning styles? Let me start with the first one. So the first learning style is all about the visual learner. Now the visual learner, as you can see, learns best by seeing. So first of all, before I continue, these pictures that I'm going to show you, including this one, is from Animators at Law. So I took those pictures from the internet as a way to make it more vivid and just using it for educational purposes. But all the credits to Animators at Law. But these type of people who tend to absorb information through their eyes as a first or most predominant way of processing information, so they love pictures. If you have a book with all kinds of pictures, then go for that. Don't bother them with only text. That's completely, they will throw it in the bushes, for example. And these are the words that they tend to use more often in their everyday language. Ah, yeah, that looks very, very well. And, oh, I can certainly picture that. Oh, can you see that clearly? Yes, imagine. I can imagine me driving that wonderful, beautiful car, for example. Or that is absolutely clear to me. So if you notice, maybe you are a visual learner. And you notice, hey, yeah, I use these words often. And if you notice that maybe one of your kids, and you're trying to help him or her with their homework, then see what happens if you use these words more often. And when helping, ask them to draw pictures. They love that because that's the way they memorize things easier. So the second learning style is all about the auditory learner. They learn best by hearing. I am an auditory learner. I remember when I was a student more than 20 years ago, when I went to college, I loved to just read everything out loud so I could hear my own voice, and I still do that I read my material out loud, I hear my voice, and that's the way that I tend to process information much faster. So I can listen to an interview or watch television without looking at the screen and just simply hearing the sound, music, rhythms. That sounds like music in my ears, literally. So, and these are the words that auditory learners tend to use more often. Ah, that really sounds like music to my ears. I love that. Oh, I hear you. I hear what you say. Tell me more about that. I love the juice. Give me all those juicy details. But by telling them, oh, that completely resonates with me. Or, yeah, that's a wonderful idea. Now, at work, for example, if you are in a team, if you have to work in a team with other people and you need to brainstorm on things, then here are the people for you. Now, the third learning style is all about the Canaesthetic learner. Now, they love to learn through feeling and experiencing. My youngest son, he happens to be a combination of the auditory learner and also the Canaesthetic learning style. These are the people who love to put their hands into the clay. They love to feel all the stuff that around them. They love to do things. They love to experiment with things, but really with touching. And these are the words they tend to use more often in their everyday language. Oh, that feels so good. Or, I love to touch that. So, and you know what? I have been a certified massage practitioner for 18 years, and as a massage therapist, I love touching people. So Canaesthetic is definitely also my style. They use words like, oh, let's connect, or that fits me wonderfully well. So, could this be you? Or maybe one of your kids, or your spouse, or someone at work. And then the last learning style, and I don't have a picture of that, but it's the digital learner. And the digital learner learns best by thinking about it first. So these are the type of people who love to use their logical and reasoning mind. They love the order of things, so systems and structure, and they do their research first very thoroughly. So don't ask someone with this learning style to take decisions on the spot. No, give them time. Give them really time to process things, to weigh the pros and the cons, and this research and that research. And they tend to use these words more often in their language. Oh, really? That really makes sense to me. I need to think about that first. And tell me, what are your thoughts about that? I need to process that. Yeah, that sounds very logical to me. That's very logical. And, they love order. So, is this you? And by the way, It's not that you have only one learning style. Most of us have all learning styles, but normally we tend to have one or two, as our favorite way to absorb that information. So for me, I am auditory first, Canaesthetic second, digital, and then visual. So, wonder what your combination is. So again, we have the visual learner, and these are the words they tend to use more often. Then we have the auditory learner, and they use these words. Then we have the kinesthetic learner. You can see here, animators at law. All credits to those wonderful pictures. And they tend to use these words in their day-to-day communication. And lastly, we have the digital learner. Love to think about things first before making any decisions. And they use these words. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video and you really felt inspired now to go out there and really listen very carefully to what other people say to you and give those words back to them so you can both feel understood and then have that connection. I truly, 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 truly hope that this video benefited you. And if you know someone who might also benefit by watching this video, please feel free to share this video. And I would love to know from you. So leave a comment down below or subscribe to my channel, whatever it is that resonates with you the most. Any which way. Thank you so much for watching this episode and see you next time. Namaste.